Alright, today's lesson we will be discussing functions and more specifically the input and output equations. Okay, so when we're taking a look at number 1 right here, you read this as g of x equals 2x minus 8. And they want us to solve this for x when g of x is equal to negative 26. So simply all they want us to do here is rewrite this. We're going to take this expression, g of x, and we're going to say 2x minus 8 equals negative 26. Okay? The way to look at this is both of these tell us like, hey, g of x equals g of x equals. Since both of these are, since this is equal to g of x and this is equal to g of x, we just set those both equal to each other and solve for x. Okay? So now that we know that, we can go ahead and add 8 to both sides. The 8's cancel out. This becomes 2x equals negative 18. Alright, and now the last step here is divide both sides by positive 2. And x is going to become negative 9 because a negative divided by a positive is a negative. Okay? So let's go ahead and take a look at number 2. Number 2 wants us to set p of x equal to positive 27. So we're going to say negative 4x minus 9 equals positive 27. And now we can go ahead and solve for x. We first want to add 9 to both sides. The 9's cancel out. This is going to make negative 4x equals positive 36. And our last step is to divide everything by negative 4, which makes x equal to negative 9. Now, ways that you might see the answer displayed is p of negative 9 equals positive 27. So another way, our ordered pair would be negative 9 when x is negative 9, y is 27. Even when we go back up here to number 1, remember we could write this as g of negative 9 equals negative 26. Or we could write our ordered pair when x equals negative 9, y equals negative 26. Okay? Alright, let's go ahead and take a look at number 3. Obviously, we're doing the same thing here. We're going to set 5x minus 15 equal to negative 45. So 5x minus 15 equals negative 45. We're going to split our equation in two, and we start solving by adding 15 to both sides. Once we do that, 15 is canceled out. We're left with 5x equals negative 30. And our last step is to divide both sides by positive 5. That's going to give us x equals negative 6 because a negative divided by a positive is a negative. And if we want to write our answer, we could say h of negative 6 equals negative 45. Or we could say when x is negative 6, y is negative 45. Alright? And let's take a look at this last one here, number 4. Number 4 wants us to set negative 3x plus 7 equal to negative 11. So let's go ahead and do that and solve for x. Negative 3x plus 7 equals negative 11. Divide our equation into two parts. We start off by subtracting 7 from both sides. The 7's cancel out. We're left with negative 3x equals negative 18. Our last step here is to divide both sides by negative 3. And now we know that x becomes positive 6 because a negative divided by a negative is a positive. And we can write this as f of positive 6 equals negative 11. Or we could say when x is 6, y is negative 11. And that will conclude our lesson for today.